My first moment where I really felt like I didn't belong in the party anymore was actually when I was canvassing back in the 2020 election. I remember going to a fellow's house. He was ready to argue as soon as I got to his door. He knew I was there for a Democrat. He
Mm-hmm.
knew he wanted to argue, and he was a very proud Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that stuck with me from that conversation was not that he was ready to rumble when the conversation started, but by the end of it, that he was actually proactively talking to us about what we're trying to do, who the candidate we were supporting, which go figure was Andrew Yang. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing that he was ready to combat us about was that we would be angry with him because he voted for Donald Trump. And that wasn't it. We actually listened to what he had to say, and he was so caught off guard by it that we were able to have that conversation and say, "Hey, you used to vote for Democrats. We're trying to convince you. Why don't you vote for one again?"
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, that conversation had stuck with me because every door that I knocked after that, it was it was like knocking on the door of two different worlds. You know, if you
Wow.
voted for Donald Trump, you were through and through a racist, which, by the way, the fellow was African American. So I'm not going to tell him that in any sort of way. But then on the flip side of that is, the Democrats have let me down too many times, and I just can't vote for them anymore. And maybe they're not necessarily for Donald Trump, but they just
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel like the system represented them. So for us at the NC Forward Party, we're part of the larger movement of the Forward Party
Mm-hmm.
for the purpose of trying to recognize the humanity in people on both sides of the aisle. And we're going to do it in a way we think is best, and that's forming a new third political